What does a maxi pad, a lighter, and a hot dog all have in common? This guy right here. That's my buddy Mike. Mike and I go way back. We used to ride the bus together when we were kids. Well, me and Mike decided one time we got those lighters that you could turn up the flame, make it basically a crack lighter. So we were messing around with it. Okay? He was turning it up. I was turning it up. We were lighting it. He sat across from me on the bus in a assigned seat. We were about middle of the bus. Well, we cranked it so high that the daggum fluid was shooting up out of there, and we couldn't get it to stop. Well, it all of a sudden caught fire, and Mike threw it down on the ground. Now, the best way I know to describe this is, you guys remember that 90s game Street Fighter? In that game, there was two guys that shot fire from their hands. They were just a-doogin'. I'm telling you, if Mike would have made the noise a-doogin' when he threw it, that would have been Street Fighter. Well, when he threw it down on the ground, it went literally down the middle of the aisle, down toward the bus driver. Luckily, some kid stepped on it and put it out, so she never did know what it was. Well, this was the time that they put the cameras in the buses. So it was all black and white video, no HD, none of that, fancy horse shit. We didn't have all that. So we get called into the office, and we're sitting here and we're looking at the film. All you see is this little thing going back and forth between his seat and my seat. Then all of a sudden, this fireball, right down the middle of the floor. Yeah, they never did really get us in trouble for that. So now it comes to the maxi pad part of the story. I smoked at the time, and it was cheaper to get cigarettes across the river. So Mike and I decided we were going to take a motorcycle ride and go down across the river. So anybody knows, you go down around that river, you stop at the hot dog shop. So, we're saying, hey, we're hungry. Where do you want to go? Let's go to the hot dog shop. Okay, there was no telling Mike nothing. He takes off. He doesn't even zip up his vest or button his vest or nothing. He goes flying. I'm like, shit, I gotta catch up to him. So we're flying, getting back on, going across the river. Dude, I'm looking at him. It looked like he had a Red Bull. He didn't zip his shit up, and he's flapping in the wind. Just a flapping away. I thought he was going to take off and, get liftoff or something. I tried my damnedest to catch him. I finally figured out where I was, and we came around the corner and pulled into the parking lot. I told him, I said, dude, I got the perfect nickname for you. He said, what's that? I said, Maxi Pad. He said, why? I said, because you're always with wings. I said, we can shorten it and call you the Kotex Kid. Well, now let's get to the hot dog story. And no, it has nothing to do with the hot dog shop. We went up to the Blessing of the Bikes. Alright? We're riding back. We literally didn't even get down the street maybe a mile, 2 miles at most. And he's got something squealing in the front, so I'm paying attention to his wheel, and I almost hit the car in front of me. I said, well, it's a good thing my brakes work. So we continue on the ride, and he pulls out in front of me, because we always pick on each other. It's how it goes, As I'm riding behind him, I happen to notice his helmet. His helmet's pushing literally on the back of his dome. And let's just face it, Mike, you're a bigger guy, I'm a bigger guy. He got the biggest fat roll I've ever seen on the back of his head. Like, I can't believe it. Well, the way his helmet was, when it was pushing down, it was pushing it out. So it made it look so much bigger. So we get up to a red light and everything, and I'm looking at him, and he's just like, what? What do you keep staring at me for? I said, hey, when you scratch the back of your head, does it feel like you got a package of hot dogs? He started laughing, and ever since then, that's the hot dog, the maxi pad, and the fire story. The lighter right all there. There you go, Mike. That one's for you, buddy.